So I carry one card that's really important to me in this wallet. Went on a vacation and came back and had a big problem. I couldn't find the card in the small wallet. So I said, I'm never going to go through this again. I searched for like 3 hours all around the house to try to find it. So I did a diligent search online, and I wanted something super, super minimal with an AirTag little container built in. Came across the Walldo wallet. It doesn't even, I don't even know if they have a website. They have like the same photo, Christmas photo on Instagram over and over again, but it seemed to be the most minimalist thing I could find for my purpose. I also will occasionally use the wallet if I go on a vacation and I just need 2 spaces, my driver's license and a credit card. I don't know very many people that carry cash anymore, so I really don't need that space. But this footprint was as minimal as I think I could find. This is the first time I'm unboxing it. I could only find, I think you could only purchase it at Amazon. Maybe you could find it one place else, but that was it. The profile's pretty thin. I think it's 3.9 by 2.75 by like half an inch when you open it up. And as you can see here, you pull out the little piece of foam and then you fill in the nipple with your AirTag. The leather's super soft when you touch it. Is it buttery soft? No, but you could see the comparison of what it's replacing. It's pretty close. I didn't want anything. They have a lot of minimalist wallets out there that are a little bit larger, but you could see how it compares to the little Apple wallet. And doing my measurements to make sure what I saw online was accurate, it's about 4 inches, not 3.9, about 4. And on the other side, it's slightly more than 2.75, slightly less than 3. So you can see that right here. Then we get to the gap in the center, which I guess is, if you want to throw 1,000 cards in there, that's what really bothered me, that gap in the center. The leather's good. The little nipple, there's leather on the front part that's going to hold the AirTag in, but once you fill the AirTag in there, it kind of fills up like it's received plastic surgery and it's very young again. Now this center part is what really gets me. It'll hold 2 cards pretty comfortably, I don't think with any problem. So now let's get that AirTag in there. There's one video I found online of somebody putting this in. You can see that little piece of plastic down there, and you slip it in front of that little piece of plastic. And it doesn't take much work to get it in there, because between the little skin of the nipple on the outside and that plastic, it fits right in there. Got to turn it, because no one wants to stare at a crooked apple symbol, because none of their products have a crooked apple symbol on the outside. So turn it around a little bit and make sure the symbol's correct. And then when you want to lock it in, there are 2 ears on the top, and you just bring those 2, one ear down on one side on the left, and then the other ear down on the right, and that will hold everything inside pretty comfortably. I think they've got some kind of patent pending. You can see it right there, the ears at the top. And it's not going to move around. It's going to stay in there, real solid fit as it's in there. It's not a hard leather, but a lot of a wallet is how it feels in your hand. That's why in this video you'll see me moving it around in my hand a lot, because when I take it out, it's one of those things that you want to feel comfortable with when you take it out. So let's shove a card in there, and we'll put one in the center, and it's not going to move. It's not going to come out. Doesn't look like it. Let's get it back out. Let's put it in the side pocket, and it's pretty comfortable in the side pocket without any problems there either. So not bad, and you can fit multiple cards in here, I'm sure. My intention, what I wanted, was a wallet that was basically going to hold 1 card and the AirTag, because I'm not going to spend 3 hours looking for the wallet again. But, and let's compare it again, because this is what it's replacing. And all I do is really keep it in one pocket, and it's just that one trip, and I'm not spending the 3 hours. So you see in size profile how it compares. So it's a little bit of adjustment because it's slightly larger than I expected to be, but definitely tolerable. But the only issue I really have with it is the little gap in the center that gets created, and we'll talk about that a little bit more, where you could fit some money inside there. You could fit a couple cards inside there if you wanted to. My intention is not to use that, so I was surprised by the amount of space that's actually in there in the center. It looks pretty good. It feels pretty good, but that was shocking to me when I saw that. And you can see I'm using the Find My feature, and it works fine. Okay, so I primarily bought this just to carry one card. It's an important card, but just to carry one card, either in the center or in the back, either place. And then occasionally I could use it as a wallet when I'm traveling, and in case I ever lose anything, I can just, set off the AirTag and it'll alert me where everything is. Now, it's replacing this one, and this is pretty hard. So I've really enjoyed this. It's just, it doesn't have the AirTag thing. And sometimes I'll stick 2 cards in here, but you can only stick so many, and it's hard to, get them out. You can only stick so much in here, but it's still not easy. If you have 2 cards in here, if more than 2, it's a big problem. So I figured, okay, this is not bad. I mean, I haven't used it yet. First use. I will be able to keep that one card that's very important. So the problem that I had is basically solved. But I don't like this thing just sitting open, because it just kind of sits there open. And I'm not a big fan of that. The leather is soft. It's definitely soft. Now, even though I have my issues with it, if you take it out, no one's going to say, oh my God. So if you have a card in here, and I have a card in the center too, no one's going to say, oh my God, look at that gap. I mean, people will say, that's a nice wallet. It has the little shiny thing. And it feels okay. It feels good in your hand. It's comfortable. And it's a front pocket wallet. I would say it's minimal. You see, compared to the little whatever this thing is. And this has no purpose. The MagSafe isn't even, I mean, you can't even get more than 1 card in there. If they had a little thing for the tag thing over there, the AirTag, that'd be great. This, if they had one, but it gets bulky, even though it's such buttery soft. But it gets bulky. So for the purpose, it's just this. Overall, I'll live. Okay, thank you. Now, you see, I have this moleskin wallet, which is a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. And I've had this for years. I never really used it, but it kind of serves the purpose. It does what it's supposed to do. And I haven't used it a ton, but the leather's pretty high quality. But you don't get that thing going on in the center that you get going on here with this one. You see, that's just a little irritating. Maybe I'll get used to it, but it seems, I mean, I don't want to say this, but it seems sloppy. I don't know why it can't be firmer, so it always stays. This is a moleskin wallet. This is like really, I don't know if the quality of the leather here is any better or worse than here. It recovers very fast, but I don't know why that is. Now, this leather does feel pretty good. It does. It definitely does feel good. It's high quality. I'm certain of that. This wallet is the softest leather I've ever felt. I mean, this is like butter soft. This is an Osgood Marley, and it's just butter soft, this leather. It just feels good in your hand. And maybe the size of this is, if I bring it down, so you see, it's a good size. The size is good. And that was my biggest thing, the measurements. And everything about it is pretty perfect, with the exception of that little gap. It's like a gap in your side tooth that you just can't wait to get Invisalign. So overall, it's nice. It's serving its purpose, but I just feel sloppy when I open this up. Whereas with this, I don't feel sloppy. With this, I don't feel sloppy. But neither of them helps me find where it is, so I'll never lose it, which was the purpose of this wallet. Sloppy, but great. Sloppy, but great. Hopefully this helps you, and if it's serving a purpose, I'd recommend it. It's not cheap. Definitely not cheap, but it does serve a purpose, and it was the best size that I could find that served this purpose. You know, you feel a degree of confidence when you just pull out a good, clean wallet, open it up. Everything's really organized. It gives you a degree of confidence when you do that. And I mean, this is kind of unnecessary because who's carrying cash nowadays? You can pull this out. It's pretty good. That's super minimal. Flip your card up, but you can't get, if you put more than like 2 cards in here, you can't get them out. And my problem if I lose it. This, yeah, I'll feel okay if I pull it out. And yeah, I'll feel okay. And then it's just 1 card here and whatever I stick in the center. But I'm not, who's carrying cash nowadays? So I'm not going to stick anything in the center. Yeah, it's okay. I'll live.